Hello and welcome to the January vlog for 2025, which does not feel real. Yeah, mixed emotions about the coming year, because I've got a lot of exciting, personal prospects lined up, but also a bigger workload than I have ever handled in my life lined up, which makes me anxious. And you can, of course, see the mess of my closet. The holidays have made it very hard to keep up with things. Today I'm just going to work on starting a small painting for a friend of mine. We're doing an art trade, so that's cool. I just finished a painting this morning. There we go, that's better. I am so pleased with this one. I think it's really, really beautiful. There we go, look at that. So excited. Yeah, so I've got like 2 months to prepare for my show, and I'm freaking out a little bit, not gonna lie. I have made the executive decision that I cannot frame them myself. I can't. I don't have the time to find the frames. I don't have the time to frame them. I don't have time to cry about lint. I just don't. I need to hand it off to a professional, which will be expensive. I have picked out my to be read selection for the year, and it's living on my desk because our bookshelf is actually kind of hard to get to. So I bought some books with my Christmas gift card to the local bookstore, so that's cool. I'll probably show those to you later, or I'll probably show the whole stack to you later. I have a small art supply haul that I bought with my Christmas money that I'll show you at some point. I have rearranged the studio again, but I do like this a lot. I like this a lot, so today's just going to be getting started on that commission from my friend, probably just the sketch, maybe the underpainting, and then I will get started on video editing. Hopefully I can get a video out this weekend. If not, I'm not going to worry about it too much. As long as I'm working on art, I'm going to cut myself a lot of slack, but that's the whole update for now, so yeah. Alright, so I wanted to cover a couple things. I meant to vlog sooner than this, but I was editing and stuff, so I actually finished that video with time to spare, which was great because of course I needed to render it multiple times. I swear the sound changes once I render it. Certain things get louder or quieter when I render them, and then I listen to it and I'm like, look, I need to adjust this. I wanted to talk about a couple of new art supply acquisitions. There is so much crap on my desk. On one hand, there's actually not that much stuff on my desk, but on the other hand, there's a lot of stuff on my desk. It's weird. The other desk is worse. I don't know why there's a hammer on my desk. Alright, so for art stuff that I have acquired, I didn't get any art supplies for Christmas, but I did get Christmas money, so I bought some stuff with my Christmas money. I bought a new water brush. It's just whatever brand they had. It's Pentel, but whatever brand they had at my local store. But that means I can bring my tiny watercolor palette with me, and so when I'm sketchbooking on the go, I can watercolor paint, which would be awesome. I got a couple of pencils. I needed to order some new paper, but then I ordered some pencils because it cost as much to get the pencils as it would have cost to get not free shipping, but the full shipping price. So I got a couple of pencils, like literally this many, and they were on sale, I think. I got one Holbein pencil, and this is Sea Fog, and I had to get it because of the name, honestly. But it's beautiful. Wow, that banding is terrible. Okay, that's actually not too bad. It's not bright, but it's not too bad. It's literally almost 11. It is so dark out. It is super, super cloudy. Oh, and tonight's gallery walk. The rest of these are Derwent, which I'm honestly thinking about in the future focusing on buying Holbein colors instead, because I do like the texture a little more. They're a little closer to the Prismacolor pencils, which are very slippery. That makes for a very smooth line with how I work. And I make these very clear, crisp lines. that don't really require any blending at all. So the soft, kind of powdery almost pencils are not as well suited to me. I focused on filling in gaps from when I purged my pencils. So I got 3 different blues. They ended up a lot more similar than I thought they were going to be, but they are all beautiful. But I got deep blue, sapphire, and ocean blue. You can see there, although this is not going to be accurate color. They're about the same darkness, but they're not the same temperature. They're warmer or colder. I got 1 red, 1 green, and 1 orange. So I got scarlet, grass green, and flame. See these? The lighting is super warm. So again, not going to be color accurate at all. But they're nice colors, and I literally did not have a light fast orange. I got these. I went to a home goods store that locally, and they have this really big 50% off section, and they just stick stuff there. And I found these, and they're just these little plates, and they were originally like $3, and they were half off. So I got 3 of them. There were 5. I kind of regret not getting all of them because these look like a perfect watercolor palette. They're just the perfect size. They're white, they're flat, they stack nicely. I really wish I'd gotten the rest of them because there were just 5 in the 50% off section. I was just having fun looking at all the cheap Christmas stuff because it was after Christmas was over. And I was like, ooh, what's in the 50% off section for Christmas shit? But, I saw those and I was like, oh, they're perfect. And I wanted to update you on something. There was a blip in communications between people. And my show at the Max Grover Gallery is not in March, it's in April. When I tell you I breathed the biggest sigh of relief, I deflated into my chair. The heat turned on. Oh my god. But I melted into my chair with relief. I'm going to try not to let that get to my head and trick me into thinking I have all the time in the world. I do not. I do not have all the time in the world. But I think I'll be able to get things framed and stuff without losing my mind with stress, so long as I keep working at the pace I was originally intending to. I think that last little bit of time right before the show will end up being way less stressful than I thought it was going to be. So that's great. And I want to talk about reading a little bit. I started this last year, put it down for ages after reading the first 1 or 2 chapters, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. I don't like it, because for the first chapter or 2, every single character is being a whiny little piss baby. But after that, you start to actually get to know them, and once I picked it up after a month or 2 of leaving it behind, I really started to enjoy it. And I finished it yesterday. But yeah, I actually started to really, really enjoy it. And the ending is incredibly sweet. And yeah, I get why people like this. It's a really fun book. It's a fun book. It's very cute. I enjoyed it. Another book that I started last year and then put down is this one, which I've heard good things about as well. And I was kind of enjoying it. I definitely was. I kind of feel like this is a book I would enjoy more as an audiobook, but I have it as a book and I've started it. So I think this is going to be my first book for this year. Also, I made this bookmark. I knitted it. It was one of my first knitting projects. Can you see how absolutely wonky it is? But I did it in linen stitch. And this introduced me to how absolutely gorgeous linen stitch is. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it because I do think I'll really like it. I love books about kooky old people. And then I wanted to show you my to be read shelf. All right, this lighting is terrible. We're just gonna deal with it. I read the first one. I know people don't like the second one as much, but I figured I'd give it a chance, and if I don't like it, I can just get rid of it. Hell Followed With Us. I really loved The Spirit Bares Its Teeth. Very dark, but very good. I read that last year, and I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one. Consider the Fork. I've heard great things about this. SBQR by Mary Beard. She is a hilarious historian about ancient Rome, I'm looking forward to reading this because I feel like it's going to have a fantastic author's voice. Big Magic, I've heard great things about it, and I found it in a little lending library, so I figured why not. And Patchet Run. This is another one I found in a little lending library. The first, 2 paragraphs were very intriguing, and so I took it. Bookshops and Bone Dust. I read the first one, and this is a prequel. Haven't read it yet. I liked Legends and Lattes. I enjoyed it. I don't think fluff is really my thing. I definitely enjoyed it, but it's not going on the reread. It's not going on the reread pile at all. I think I'll get rid of it. Legends and Lattes, I mean. It was fun, but I don't need to reread it. Cemetery Boys, I got this ages ago. Haven't read it, need to read it. Beautiful cover, heard great things about it. Death at Morning House, never heard of it. Went to the bookstore, saw the cover, I was like, oh my god. And then I found out that it takes place in a historic house where the main character is giving tours, and I was like, I need it. And that's literally the only thing I know about it. That and there's murder. Percy Jackson, I'm still into these books. Don't have anything else to say, I just haven't read this one yet, and so I picked up for myself with some Christmas money. I bought all 3 of these books with Christmas money. So, this is another one by the same guy who did The Spirit Bears Its Teeth. I saw it at the bookstore again. Again, a great cover, same artist as last 2 times, I think. It looks good, also takes place in the Appalachia, whatever. And that sounds really interesting. Angels and Ashes, I showed this to you in the last vlog. This is a stupid little self-help book. Carl Hyacin Squeeze Me. I loved and still love and reread Carl Hyacin's kids' books. They are phenomenal. I found out recently that he has, I found out last year that he has a bunch of adult books. So I'm very excited for this. I think Carl Hyacin is very funny, and I think he is phenomenal at getting across his real love of nature, which I think is really awesome, and it's a big part of why I think that every kid should be reading his kids' books, because they do just imbue such a deep love of nature so effectively, and I think that's really, really valuable, especially these days. So highly recommend his kids' books. Haven't read any of his adult books yet, but this will be the first one. So that's really it for now. Today is gallery walk, so I'll be showing you the outfit and stuff. That'll be later, because it's still pretty early in the day. The outfit theme is hats, so we'll see. Anyway, see you later. I don't have my microphone plugged in. I apologize. It's literally right over there. But, no. Yesterday was gallery walk. I had a good time. I always have a good time. Talked to lots of people. Met some new artists whose work I'd been admiring for a little bit. The outfit was cool. I don't think I showed it off very well yesterday. I struggled to, get good shots from far enough away that you can see stuff, and also it was really dark. I just finished the last level of Infra, which is a video game, obviously, and 90% of the game is really chill. You solve the puzzles, you photograph the broken shit, you find keys, whatever. It's really chill. And then there are occasional really, really short timed things that are kind of awful. They're not fun. And the last level was the tightest, most brutal short timed section ever, and so I'd been playing the game for ages and ages, and then I got to that, and I tried so many times, and I just couldn't fucking do it, and I picked it up today, and on my first, I tried once, and then I restarted because I knew it was gonna fail immediately, and it was so goddamn tense, but, I did it. It sucked a lot, but I am actually really happy that I did. The main thing that got me to go back and play it was that once you win the game, you can do like a level select. It's a really beautiful and really enjoyable game. All of the outside scenes are absolutely stunning, and I love to find more of the secrets of the game because there are so many really cool secrets. And for the first like level or two, I was not as good at finding them, and I got a lot better as time went on. So definitely at least the first level or two I want to replay. Probably not now, but in a bit. I'd love to revisit it. Wholeheartedly recommend the game. There are sections. There's one section where you absolutely 100% need to look up the solution because there is zero way you will figure it out on your own because nowhere else in the game does this same thing occur. Never before, never again are you asked to do this exact same thing. Never before, never again, no lead up, no nothing. I looked it up and I was immediately like, of course I didn't understand that. And I was just wandering around up on a fucking catwalk for ages, falling to my death multiple times in multiple places, just like, how do I do this? And God, the relaxing parts are relaxing and the spooky parts are spooky, but there's no like jump scares really, or any of that cheap crap. And the story is fun and the character you're playing is funny and some of it's really fucking freaky and they just do such a great job with the atmosphere. And yeah, it's like, I do really, really, really recommend it. Like, oh, and ladders suck. Ladders suck in this game. Getting on a ladder and climbing up a ladder in this game is awful. I fell off the ladder. You should not be able to fall off a ladder. Just my 2 cents. It's too easy to fall off ladders. Another game that I'm really eager to hear about is Feltopia. It's being developed in my town, and it's so cute. It's so cute. Never thought I'd see a video game being made locally, especially not one that wasn't just like a one-person passion project, right? This is like multiple people working as a team to make a really polished game, and that's awesome. I never thought I'd see that in this town, so I'm so excited, and you should check it out if you haven't seen the trailer because it's so fucking cute. So I'm very, very excited. So today is the 7th. I need to start my next painting today. Like, I really, really, really need to start it. But I finished something. I was making this for a friend of mine. This, isn't it cute? Oh my god. So I made that for her. We're doing an art trade. So that's really cool. And it's finished. I'm really happy with it. I think it's super cute. I really hope she likes it. She saw some work in progress shots, but she's never seen the finished piece. I'm gonna surprise her with that. Alright, so today is the 13th, Monday. I've had a very stressful couple of days and I'm still stressed out because I had someone come and stay with me. Turns out they were sick. They didn't know that before they came to stay with me, and they couldn't go anywhere else. So, fun. I really don't want to get sick. I'm not sick yet. I could still get sick. I really don't want to get sick, so I want to get a lot done today in hopes that if I do get sick, I at least have a lot of shit checked off my list. So yeah, I want to finish that painting because I didn't finish that painting before they came over, which I was trying to do. Didn't do that. And then I want to try and get a little sewing done just to get this project kind of out of the way. Gotta respond to some emails, just boring shit. But I wanted to show you some stuff from several days ago, which I didn't get to. I went out to the fabric store because I was looking for some plaid. And they had some, thankfully. You know when you get a good deal on something really nice that they're about to run out of, but they still have enough for you to make what you would want to make with it. That I got my plaids. 2. I think I'm just going to use this one for the project I have in mind. They're wool plaids, or tartans, or whatever. I think I did learn at some point what the difference was, but I can't remember. This is a yard, and it'll be plenty for what I need, and it's absolutely stunning. It's not really showing up on camera, I don't think. There we go. But it's got this really vibrant tiny bit of blue going through it with all of the red, and I was thinking of a plaid with lots of red. And it's the perfect weight for what I want, so this will be great. This was actually what I saw the first time, and I asked her if she had anything else in the same category as this. Not the same print, but the same category, and she pulled this one out of the back for me, this offcut. This is an offcut. This is an offcut of 2 1/4 yards, so this is quite a lot of fabric. And it's also stunning, absolutely stunning. Also 100% wool, really beautiful. I don't know what I'm gonna make with this. I'm thinking either pants or I could make a kilt. It's not quite enough to make like a traditional kilt, but I could totally fudge together a non-traditional kilt. That would be cool. Would it be weird to make like an overcoat though? I don't know if it's quite enough. I don't think it's quite enough. You can make a cape. You can make a long skirt. You can make a lot of shit with 2 1/4 yards if you're not like a very tall person. This I didn't actually get from the fabric store. I got it from a different store that sells mostly quilting cottons, and this is a quilting cotton, but I thought this would make a beautiful button-down shirt. So I got 2 yards of this, which I'm pretty sure will be plenty for a button-down shirt for me. And then I'll just need some red buttons to go with it. Did I buy more fabric, even though I had a bunch of projects lined up, already planned out? Yes, I did. We're ignoring that. And then this was the thing that I really gave into temptation with. They were almost out. They were so almost out that I asked for a quantity. I asked for 2 yards, and she just gave me everything because they were so close to almost out. But when have you ever seen denim? It looks warmer on camera than it is in real life. It's this beautiful gray lavender color denim, and it's 100% cotton. It's not stretch at all, and it was a really good price. I generally see denim for, I feel like whenever I find denim that's 100% cotton online, it's like $18, but I haven't looked at fabric online in a really long time, so maybe that was a blip, I don't know. But this was $12 a yard. She gave me extra, and then I was $3 short, and she gave me it for $3 off. So I got quite a good deal on this and these, and they have a secondhand fabric and notions section in that fabric store, which is super cool. And I got this pattern for $1 because it was cut, but it's cut to a size that's either too big or within my size, so that's perfectly fine, and it's $1, and I literally wanted a pattern like this to use up some of my fabric that I already had, and patterns are like $20 new, so let's pretend I bought this full price, and suddenly I got an incredible deal on fabric. So there's that. I started a sewing project on a whim. This is going to be a skirt. I doubt I'll keep it for myself. I just had the vision for upcycling this shirt, but it has a really interesting texture. It's very slippery. It feels like a vintage slip. But yeah, so I'm gonna turn it into a skirt and preserve the buttons so that it already has like a opening on it. And then I went to Goodwill, mostly to drop some stuff off, but I scooted around just to see, look, is there anything in the fabric section? Is there anything in the blanket section? And then I looked through the books, which I never do, which I should do more because I did not realize how cheap their books are. This was $4. This is a $40 book. I had to flip through it the other day, and oh my god, it's incredible. It's such a good book. There's so much in here. It covers making advertisements, making book covers, magazine covers. It covers such a range of design and illustration situations. And again, it carries through this fantastic skill that Loomis had when writing these books, in that he's having a conversation with you and treating you like an intelligent human being. And it's just so good. Holy shit. And it's brand new. Like, there's no yellowing on the pages even. It's pristine. Alright, so today is the 15th. I haven't been feeling great. I don't remember if I've vlogged about this. So, but I haven't been feeling great. Like, genuinely pretty bad. And then I also messed up a painting and I need to start it over. So I decided to take a little break and start something that I have been wanting to start for the longest time ever, learning to make miniatures. So I've just gotten started, and I've just made my first floor, and it's not completely done yet, and I'm not going to show you all of it because I am making this into a video, and I want you to watch the video. Look at that. Maybe real wood wasn't the most realistic ambition for a beginner, but I think I found a really cool solution for making wood floors really easily that I've never seen anyone mention. I'm not saying that I'm the first one to come up with this idea. I invented it for myself. I don't know if I've invented it for other people, but I've definitely invented it for me. And I think that I will definitely be using this in the future because holy shit, it was so easy. Oh my god, I can't stop looking at it. I'm so happy. I think I needed this. I really think I needed this. One, I needed a break to like emotionally recover from screwing up a painting so bad that I need to redo it. If someone else had made this, I would think it was good. But I know what I was aiming for, and this isn't it. And I can't undo it to make it what I was aiming for. I didn't have a solid enough plan, and it just went bad. Yeah, I kind of like quickly added the bare minimum of pencil, and I added my signature really big in paint to distinguish it from all my other work, which I always sign in pencil. But I was in the dumps about that. I was really bad in the dumps about that, and I needed a fucking break. So yesterday was kind of crazy and busy. I did a lot of different things. I visited some family. We had some coffee while they visited for I think they were visiting for just 2 or 3 days, and they were visiting with a lot of people, so we just went to coffee and walked around downtown. Because I knew I'd be downtown there anyway, I went to a couple of other things. I dropped off a jacket for store credit at a store I like to shop at. I went to Imprint Books, local bookstore, and I was looking around trying to decide, because, I had that gift card. I'm trying to decide, because it was so hard to decide. There were a lot of really good books. And I was looking at this one for the millionth time. I've looked at it every time I've been to the bookshop since I saw it there. And this time, I dropped it. And I didn't damage it too badly, but I did dent the top and bottom of the spine. And I just decided to take it as a win for decision fatigue and buy it. And my gift card covered it completely, but I would have felt really bad not buying it, so I'm just glad it was a book I was interested in. It looks so fascinating, and it sounds like maybe it took inspiration from a historical murder case that I've heard about many times. I've watched many videos on it. So yeah, the Impusium, a health resort horror story, and I didn't realize it until this time that it's actually, I assume, originally written in Polish, because the author lives in Poland and it's translated to English. So that's interesting. And then, the thing that you'll find exciting, Northwind Art is a local organization. They do lots of stuff. They have an art gallery, they have artist residency programs, they set up classes for local and non-local artists to teach people, all kinds of stuff. But they were having an art sale to fundraise, and they weren't taking all the stuff in the gallery and discounting it like crazy and totally screwing over the artists. This was mostly art that artists had been trying to sell for decades. They'd just been kind of stuck with for decades, and also there were some supplies and art books. So I went, and I didn't get a lot, but while I was waiting, because I got there 15 minutes early, while I was waiting, I saw something through the window, and I was like, that is mine. That is going to be mine. And I went in, and I made a beeline for it, and I got it. It's so beautiful. Isn't it just stunning? that's what I got. It's quite large. And I just love really, really unique and special vases. I love vases and I love having flowers in the house. So once it's sunny enough for flowers, I'll be very excited to have this. You can fit a lot of flowers in this. So, God, I love it. I love it so much. It also makes me think of this, the thing that caught my eye about it was that it makes me think of this historical type of pottery from Japan. And I believe that the cultural group of people who made it, I can't remember what it's called. I'll try and look it up and like put it up on here in a caption or whatever. But I believe the cultural group of people who made it are basically extinct. But they made the most incredible pottery, just so, so, so beautiful, with lots of loops and swirls and organic shapes and it's very different, but it did make me think of that. And it was usually sort of a light brown color. So that's what caught my eye. So it just reminds me of all these great things. And then I got a couple of books, just 3. It was very hard to get near the bookshelf. It was guarded by like 2 people for like a straight like 5 minutes. I just stood there like waiting to even get near the bookshelf. So I didn't get a lot because it had been picked over pretty thoroughly, but I got 3. So I got Van Gogh in Arles, I don't really know how to pronounce it, Metropolitan Museum of Art. This is awesome. I only like flipped through it to see what era of his art it had, because I've got a book of his stuff, but it's kind of limited. And so I wanted more of his other stuff. And this doesn't have almost any of the stuff in that other book. It has all this different stuff that I wanted to look at. It also has lots of his letters and his pen sketches and things like that, which I'd never really seen much of, but like, they're really beautiful. So very excited. And I've been like, I skimmed it a little bit this morning, just reading bits and pieces here and there, and it seems really interesting. Like, I would love to just read this. I got Seeing the Light, Postmodern Luminous Landscapes by Frederick S. White, which, like, look at that cover. That's so cool. And what stood out to me in this one is that just the colors are so incredible. Like, there's this one, and this one, and let me see if I can find one with red in it, because he uses a lot of red, and it's really, really pretty. And I like this one a lot. And then the last one I got was this one. And it's actually kind of hard to find books on watercolors that aren't aimed at beginners. It's like getting started in watercolor, understanding watercolors. Like, okay, I'm past that point. Could we have something interesting and challenging? This one looks really cool. And I grabbed it, even though I didn't really have time to look through it. I just kind of, like that. Because I knew that even if it didn't have any good information for me, I would still find the pictures really inspiring, and there are a ton of pictures. So it would be useful either way. And I haven't really looked at any of what I assume will be like exercises or whatever. But the pictures are stunning. I haven't even seen this one yet. Look at that tiny little lighthouse. It's so cute. Yeah, and it's genuinely, I would just enjoy this as an art book. It's beautiful. But I'm glad I picked this one up. So that's really all I got. I think it was a very productive day. Okay, so I restarted that painting I screwed up and I needed to restart. I restarted that like yesterday, and I am so happy with how it's turning out compared to the other one. The other one, I got to this stage and I was like, I guess I'll do this. But now I'm like, I'm gonna do this and this and this, and I'm just very confident in what I'm going to do next. But also I made some adjustments to the sketch, and it's a lot better. So here it is. You can see that the face has changed quite a bit around here, or maybe you can't, but I can. And I've changed what's going on here a little bit. I kept the rabbit otherwise identical because I really liked the rabbit. I'm just copying what I did last time with the rabbit because the rabbit turned out perfect last time. But yeah, I've just made some small adjustments here and there, and I'm really loving how it's turning out compared to last time. So yeah, that's the entire update. Aside from the fact that I am exhausted by living in America. So I'm just working to actually get through it, you know? Alright, so I took a break from the painting because I'm pretty sure I'm done with paint on it. I'm going to switch to colored pencil, but I'm just going to give it some time. So I took a break from that and decided to extend my lunch break a little bit, and I have finished the blanket. Or the joining of the blanket. I'm gonna add a border. But let me see if I can't set up the phone so you can see it in its glory. So with the added length of these little inch-long strips, I mean, it's a little bit short, but I'd say it's about twin-sized. Maybe just a tiny bit small. And I'm gonna add the border, and I'm thinking of maybe a 3-inch border, just to make it that little bit bigger, to make it even more functional. But and of course it has all the ends to weave in, but it's like pretty big and it's pretty stretchy because it's all in garter stitch. So yeah, I've been working on this for years, which is to say I've been setting it down for months at a time because I didn't want to do it. And when I'm completely and utterly done with this, I'm going to donate the needles I was using to work on it because I hate them. They were the only thing I had that's long enough that has a long enough cable, but they're those circular needles where they're brass, like unlacquered brass with a very rubbery cable. So there was so much friction because the brass creates a lot of friction against your hands, against the yarn, and then the cable is also rubbery and creates a lot of friction, and it's just not fun at all. I think it's a big part of why I didn't like working on this, but I am very pleased with it now. It's kind of heavy, which is nice. If I rest it on the floor, it covers me from the floor up to my chest, so it's a decent sized blanket, especially for sitting down with. It's like a big throw blanket, and the worst of it's done. Oh, this will look so cute in the studio. And then what's going on? I've got the painting, which is mostly done, so I should probably show you that. I've decided to start another imagination landscape. I'm thinking for going for like a Jericho. I have never said that before. Jericho storm vibe? I might not even be remembering the right name. I have this palette of gouache that I mixed myself, and it's gross and weird looking. But I want to use it up. Nobody's gonna want it, but I don't really want it, so I've been trying to use it up. So I prepped this, and I'll probably draw something in here. Oh yeah, and I did these guys, which I think are really cute. I just wanted to draw fish. That's that. I guess I'll show you the painting. So here it is so far. I'm much, much, much happier with this one. Oh my god. I changed quite a bit, and the expression is better, the anatomy is better, the weight of the painting is better, the shadow, everything is better. So much, much, much more happy with that one. Alright, so I wanted to start filming the outro to the vlog 4 hours ago. But there was yard work happening outside, like chainsaws. So I'm just gonna try and edit it out if I can remember. We're gonna put up with the horrible lighting because I need the curtains to muffle the sound as much as possible. I'm sorry, my fuse is a little shorter than normal, but this would drive me crazy no matter what. Anyway, it feels like the end of the month really crept up on me. That's partially probably because I'm ending this a week before the end of the month, and so, yeah, but like Saturday, is the first day of next month, so, and, currently dealing with a lot of personal stuff. I think a lot of us are probably going to be going through a lot of really personal family drama hell right now, because I think right now is bringing out the worst in a lot of people. So, you know, I'm not alone, but yeah, it's been pretty disruptive to me getting work done or art done or whatever. That being said, I have managed to wiggle in between stressful things, some knitting. I think I mentioned before that I've been working on finishing a lot of projects that I've been working on for ages and ages. So I finished another really old work in progress. I made this pair of mitts. I started them a long time ago, and I haven't blocked them yet, so they're kind of wrinkly. But I took some footage of them on with like nice lighting, so I'll put that here. They've got this really cool design on the front that, like, you hold the yarn in front while you slip a bunch of stitches, and it was a pattern designed for showing off highly variegated yarns with, like, lots of colors in them, so it was perfect for this skein of yarn. And the pattern is called the Possessed Printer Mitts, and it's a free pattern. It doesn't come with thumbs, but I just picked up the stitches around the thumb holes and added thumbs, and I'm really glad I did because I wore them this morning on my morning walk, and it was like 32 degrees out, and they're super soft and super comfortable and very pretty, and they go really nicely with my winter jacket, so that's nice. I have like this much left over, which is actually like a sizable scrap, so I don't know what I'll use that for. It might just go into the scrappy blanket. I might use it with something else, who knows. But that's that. I've shown you this, which I've finished patching that together, and I've started on the border, which I'm just going to be picking up stitches and doing some garter stitch to match the rest of the blanket. But I got this skein of yarn specifically to finish the blanket, but I dug through my stash and I just didn't have anything that was the right color. I would have settled for a lighter shade of green, I would have settled for dark brown, literally anything, but I didn't have anything that was the right weight and the right color. Yeah, I'm very pleased with this. And then I wanted to talk to you about a future project, because as soon as this is done, I'll have finished like 2 whips that have been going on for quite a while, so I think that finishing 2 and starting 1 is a fair thing, and this is I'm gonna bury myself in yarn really quick, because I got out way too many skeins because I wanted to like recompare my color combinations again. Now that we're sufficiently drowned, so I've got this giant thing of Cascade something or other, and it's dark brown. I've had this for ages, and it's like over 400 yards. It's huge, but it's only 1 skein. I don't have another skein of this, and quite frankly, I'm not super interested in having like a solid dark brown sweater. So I've been thinking about what I want to do with it for ages and ages and ages. And then I have this cone of blue yarn. I want to do a sweater, of course, with a big stripe of brown, and then a skinny stripe of red, and then a big stripe of blue, and then a skinny stripe of yellow, and then back to brown. That's what I want to do. That's the color combo. It's very Sesame Street, but I'm kind of digging it. I was digging around just in case I had like other colors that I could use to make sure that I have enough yarn for that sweater as like backups or whatnot. And I found these, And I don't think I'll use these for that, but I do think it's funny that I could make like a matching scarf or like hat or something. So I might do that, but I'm also thinking of maybe doing a colorwork hat with just this heathered blue and this brown now that I've pulled them out to look at them, because I think they look really, really nice. And there's a 2-color colorwork hat that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I quite like it. They originally did it in like black and a kind of gold amber color, but I think that this heathered blue and the gold amber would look really nice as well. In terms of knitting, that's that, and that's kind of how I'm coping with. I have a work week left in this month, so I'm hoping to get some solid work done today, at least like prepping the studio and really buckle down and work tomorrow. With all that being said, as stressful as I found these last few days and this current time and whatnot, within that, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Really hope you have a fantastic day as much as you can. And I really hope I'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, comments, whatever. And yeah, bye.